My name's Julia and I'll be talking about gravity and space-time. So, gravity is an invisible force and is the thing that holds the universe together. It keeps the planets orbiting the sun and the moon orbiting the planets. If it weren't for gravity, the planets would be floating around and they would be flowing into space like this. Sir Isaac Newton was an English mathematician, astronomer, physicist. He was basically the main man. But Mrs. Hoskin and Mrs. Barker are pretty awesome. Newton knew that his laws of motion were right, but there was something missing, and that was the thing that stops balls from flying into space. That's right, it's gravity! Newton didn't actually know what gravity was. He couldn't prove it, but he thought that there must be an invisible force that made his calculations correct. One day, Newton was sitting under an apple tree, thinking, and an apple fell off and fell onto his head. He thought, why doesn't the apple just fly off into space? Well, there's one answer. Gravity. Sir Isaac Newton said that gravity was the force that pulled things like apples to as close to the centre of the earth as possible. It doesn't actually pull them right to the centre of the earth though. Otherwise it would just be like a giant apple pie in there. Shame. Yum yum. The next genius mastermind in the show was Albert Einstein. He took Newton's laws of motion and added one tiny little thing that he'd missed out onto it. It was, drumroll please, relativity, aka time. Newton knew that gravity was a thing, but he couldn't prove it. Albert Einstein took this one step further. He realised what gravity was, proved it, and explained it. That's amazing. And here it is, the fabric of space-time. This is space-time! Woo! Remember how the planets orbit the sun? They don't fly off into space like this, singing yay, or like this. Introducing space-time. This weight is a big, big star, otherwise known as, drumroll please, the sun! So this is our solar system, and you can see in the middle there's the big star, otherwise known as the sun. It's making a dent in the fabric of space-time, and it's deforming it. So before, after. And this marble may look ordinary to you, but it is a planet, otherwise known as the Earth. Now when we take the big sun off, and last time we were demonstrating how if there's no gravity, this is what is going to happen. Now, this is what's going to happen. It's going to orbit around our big sun. Going round and round and round and round. It doesn't go closer and closer into the sun and then get scorched in space. And that is because there's no friction in space. So it doesn't just want to come closer and closer and closer and get scorched. I'm going to make this a bit more complicated. So this yellow marble represents the moon. It's yellow because some people think the moon is made of cheese, and also because it's the only marble we have. So we're going to try and make the moon orbit the Earth, and the Earth orbit the sun. So you can see that the moon is orbiting the Earth, and the Earth is orbiting the sun.
ground control to Major Tom.
This blanket represents space-time. Einstein and Newton, you are both legends.
Take your protein